You're 8 years old when a stranger walks into your village. He looks different. Mysterious. A little scary, honestly. You don't know who he is. You don't know where he came from. But the whole village treats him differently. The elders bow in front of him, old women kiss his hand, kids watch from a distance. You watch from a distance too. The man stays 3 days. He talks, he listens, he walks around. He looks at the children's faces, like he's searching for something. You don't know what. On the 3rd evening, he calls for your father. You, your mother, and your father walk over to a neighbor's house. You're trying to figure out what's happening. You want to ask your dad, but you can't bring yourself to do it. You go inside. They talk for a long time. Door closed. You're outside waiting. Cold. Curious. You hear your mother crying from inside. The door opens. The man looks at you. Long and hard. Then your father gets down on one knee and whispers in your ear, "You're going. This is the best thing for you." In the morning you leave with the man. You look back. The village gets smaller. Your mother is standing at the door. She doesn't wave. She just watches. You don't know that's the last time you'll ever see that look. You don't know where you're going. You don't know why you were chosen. You have so many questions but you can't speak. You'll understand everything years from now. The first time you see Alamut Castle, you feel everything at once: shock, curiosity, fear. At the top of a mountain, just below the clouds, a fortress made of stone. One road leads up. Steep, narrow, one wrong step and you're falling off the cliff. Valley below. Nothing above but that structure. And inside, a whole world. Run by one man. Hassan-i Sabbah. Libraries. Gardens. Dozens of kids just like you. Teachers, masters, men deep in prayer. This isn't just a castle, it's a separate state with its own rules, its own justice, its own army. And now you're inside it. Nobody makes a big deal about your first day. You wash up. You get clean clothes. You eat, way better than anything you had back in the village. Then the training starts. You wake up for morning prayer. Quran, Arabic, Farsi. After midday, history, math, geography. Evening, religious studies. The layers of the faith you're going to dedicate your life to. The importance of the Imam's lineage. Why this fortress exists in the first place. Years pass like this. You get to know everyone around you. And you realize something. Everyone here is just like you. Chosen from villages, brought here. Nobody's family is close by. Nobody has anywhere else to go. This castle is your home now. And the day you accept that, everything shifts. Physical training starts when you're 12. You wake up before sunrise. You run in the mountains, cold air, rocky ground, until your lungs give out. Then you come back to the fortress. Sword. Dagger. Bow and arrow. The lessons begin. But before any of that, they teach you one thing. Invisibility. Because for an assassin, being invisible is more important than knowing how to fight. Disappearing in a marketplace. Becoming a completely different person with different clothes. Walking like a dervish, talking like a merchant, sitting like a farmer. To get close to your target, you first have to look ordinary. Because the man nobody notices can do whatever he wants, wherever he wants. They don't just teach you this in theory. They send you to a city. A neighborhood where nobody knows you. A name that isn't yours. 2 weeks. No one's looking for you. No one knows you. Just live. And record everything in your mind. When you come back, you report everything. Who lives in which house, what time the guards rotate at which gate, which merchant in the marketplace is passing information to who. All of it. The masters listen. They don't say a word. A week later they send you back. Longer this time. Harder. Deeper. And you do this many more times after that. Fedayeen. That's your name now. It means one who sacrifices himself. And you learn to carry it. Being a Fedayeen becomes your purpose. You are slowly being forged into a weapon against the enemies of your faith. Every training session, every step you take, it all has to serve that purpose. At 16, because you've been outperforming the others and living true to the faith, you're told you're going to see the paradise promised to those who die on this path. After 8 years, you're taken to see the leader of your faith, Hassan-i Sabbah himself. You don't talk much. He congratulates you and says welcome. Then he asks, are you ready to see the paradise that's been promised to you? You say yes. He hands you a strange drink and asks you to take it. You don't hesitate. A little while later you start feeling heavy, and you go under. Deep inside the fortress, a garden that almost nobody knows about. Running water. Every kind of fruit. Flowers. Outside, the mountain is cold. But in here the air is different, warm, thick, almost like magic. When you wake up, you're somewhere you've never been before. 2 beautiful women are standing over you, watching you. This is a reflection of paradise, they tell you. The real thing is so much greater. You can only reach it through your faith. Only by walking this path. Something settles inside you in that moment. It's not the garden that gets to you. It's not the words either. You've been inside this fortress since you were 8 years old. Far from your family. But here you have brothers. Masters. A purpose, to protect the community, to keep the faith alive, to clear the path for the Imam. They taught you this, a Fedayeen does not fear death. Because death is not an ending, it's a crossing. And you believe that. You actually, genuinely believe it. That belief sets you apart. A man without fear can't be stopped. And that's exactly what Alamut needs. After some time in the garden you drift off again. When you open your eyes, you're back where you last fell asleep, in Hassan-i Sabbah's chamber. You don't understand how. But that visit deepens your loyalty to the community and the faith. It becomes the only thing you think about. Your first assignment comes at 17. You're going to do what you've gotten very good at. Gather information in the city. Track who's where, which man uses which entrance, when the guards rotate. You dress like an ordinary person. Your name changes. Your past changes. You become someone else. You live in that city, under that identity, for 2 months. You chat with vendors at the market. You listen to the men praying next to you at the mosque. You sit at the same table as the kitchen workers at the inn. First you file everything away in your mind. Then, at the first chance you get, you write it down. When you return, you report back. The masters listen, ask questions, take notes. Then someone else uses that information to take the next step. You're just one piece. Small, invisible, replaceable. But that doesn't bother you. You can see the big picture, and every piece is part of it. So are you. The second assignment comes. Closer. The third is harder. And at 19, the real one arrives. When they tell you who the target is, you don't say anything. You stay quiet for 3 days. Then the preparation begins. Your target is a government official who opposes your community's beliefs, and threatens your very existence. You need to know him. His daily routine. The men around him. Where he is and when. To learn that, you need to be in that city for months. New identity. New story. It's waiting for you. This time you become a minor clerk in the service of a vizier. Invisible, useful, ordinary. Nobody looks twice at men like you. The smaller you seem, the safer you are. 6 months pass. In 6 months, you come to know your target. The way he walks. How his voice changes when he's angry. When he's alone after morning prayer. You've tracked his every move and built your plan. You'll handle it during that quiet window after morning prayer when he's by himself. The plan has 2 phases. Phase 1, neutralize the target. Phase 2, the moment you're exposed, don't get caught, either by disappearing into the crowd or, if you realize you're cornered, by finishing yourself. You put on the dagger. After morning prayer, in the courtyard, a few quiet steps, 10 seconds, the target is neutralized. You immediately blend into the crowd and vanish. Done. Mission complete. You make it out. That doesn't always happen. But this time there's a crowd, there's chaos. And just like you trained for years, you disappear into that chaos and walk away. When you return to Alamut, people are there waiting for you. They congratulate you. You're a true Fedayeen now. But this mission sends you somewhere deeper inside yourself. You knew that target. For 6 months you breathed the same air in the same courtyards. You heard his voice. And then you ended it. Even if it wasn't real, a bond had formed between you and him. Not regret. Not exactly. You still believe. You believe you protected your community. That you did what was right. That man was a threat to your existence. But you remember his face. It takes a while to shake it. You have no choice but to shake it. New assignments come. You go. Every time a little further, a little harder, a little longer. Years pass. And one day, in your 30s, alone, in a small room, you think, what did that man see in me? The one who chose me back in that village? You never asked. Because the answer didn't matter. What mattered was this: you were chosen. You were trained. You were sent. And every time, you came back. Until the day you don't. You are a Fedayeen, and until your life ends, the missions will never stop.